We have some interesting things going on in the cryptocurrency market. We have funding rates flipping. We have $9 billion of Bitcoin maybe entering the market, which might not be great. And recently, we have had some interesting moves for Luna Classic. Now, before we jump into the rest of the news today, I want to check out this article here. Terra Luna Classic price prediction as 30 million trading volume comes in. Can Luna Classic reach $1 in 2024? So we are back here again, guys. The $1 predictions coming in for Luna Classic, even though it is down 26% on the month. Now, if we look at the weekly, we can see there has been some quite nice price action. Now, the market cap is still 650 million with $60 million per day of trading volume, which I am very impressed with. As you know, here on this channel, we have jumped around with different altcoins, and Luna Classic has been our favorite on the channel. But as you know, I buy when the market is down, and I take profits from this when we see euphoria. We've seen this a number of times now since the big crash over a year ago now. We saw two big pushes upwards, and now we are back in or very close to these red areas. Great buying opportunity here, great selling opportunity here, great buying opportunity here, great selling opportunity here, great buying here. Now, it's still my opinion that reaching a $1 price point is pretty much impossible. Now, I don't like to say anything is impossible in this market, but this is one of those things. That would be a 10,000% move. $1 would turn into $10,000. And I don't really see that happening. Now, I know there are a lot of people talking about the burns and all of that, and I think it could have some positive price action once we get the market bullish again. I do think that we could easily get a 3x from where we are right now to reach the all-time highs of the new Luna Classic, not the old one. And I do believe it could go a hell of a lot higher than that. With $60 million worth of trading volume every single day, it means that people are still very excited about this project. They are still trading it every day. This volume is very good. This is a good sign for Luna Classic. Now, I believe that these sorts of titles and thumbnails are the people trying to get you to click on these news articles, just like this video. I have no shame in admitting that that's exactly what we do here on YouTube, but I am trying to be the voice of reason like I've always been with Luna Classic and any other token or meme coin in this space. And I do believe that Luna Classic can provide some gains, but I do not believe that a $1 price prediction is possible. With that said, we do have the overall market looking relatively up and down today. We got red and we got green. So let's figure out what is going on in the rest of the market today so you guys can be fully up to date. We can see Grayscale and BlackRock Ethereum ETF applications update amid SEC delays. So the SEC has been delaying, and we are expecting them to continue to delay these decisions for the months to come. Now, Grayscale just filed their S3 prospectus for converting ETH, and BlackRock filed their amendment for their 19B-4 Ethereum ETF application. What does this all mean in layman's terms? Basically, we gotta wait longer, all right? So they're just updating things. The SEC is pushing back, just as they did with the Bitcoin ETF, and it is my belief that eventually they are just going to accept it, and this is gonna be great news for the market. But for now, Ethereum's price stays down, right? We are at 3,273, which is down significantly from the highs of $4,000, but not too much. Now, as I can see here, we do have a little bit of a bull flag forming, along with the fact that we came down to retest this very important support region at around the $3,000 region. We did dip down to see lows of around 2,848, and we have made quite a powerful move upwards. So it does look like the bulls are in charge, and pretty much where we sit right now, I would say is a pretty strong region for resistance, right? Look at what we can see. We can see this is played out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're trying again 9th time here. It was a support all these times before, and it has been a resistance one time previously. So I would say this is a very strong level to be watching around the 3,200 region. And if we do break this, I'd love to see us come up and retest 3,005. Then we may see some sort of breakout. So on a technical level, that's the sort of move that we want to see to break out of this bull flag. And this could be a very strong move to the upside, bringing our price above the $4,000 region, breaking all-time highs. And I do believe believe that if we get any positive news around the Ethereum ETF, this could push it much higher. And if you are looking for a place to trade this volatility, as you know, one of the platforms that I use is Margex. Now, what I love about Margex is there is no KYC. You do not need a VPN. You can trade from literally anywhere in the world, but of course you need to follow your own rules and regulations. But you can also trade using collateral that is not just USDT, which is awesome. You can trade with Bitcoin. You can trade with Solana. You can trade with a lot of different altcoins used as collateral using Margex. And again, absolutely no KYC. So you can trade here from anywhere in the world. There is a link down there in my description if you do want to sign up with a ton, up to $10,000 worth of deposit bonuses right now. They have just recently redone the entire platform, and I'm really impressed with what they've done so far. So the links are down there. Now, we are also seeing BlackRock ETF seeing 70 straight days of inflows. The holdings are nearing 274,000 Bitcoin. And what's interesting about this is Fidelity's Bitcoin ETF just drew $40 million, the largest single investment from advisors. Remember, we are producing around $30 million of Bitcoin per day. So this buy here alone is more than what the Bitcoin is created, is more than the Bitcoin that is created in a single day. This is going to continue to happen. And I do want to remind you that Bybit just about a week ago said that exchanges are going to simply run out of Bitcoin. So what do you think will happen by the end of the year? Will you have to cash out in stables instead? And remember that Bitcoin is already mostly traded electronically as a derivative. Not many have actual self-custody of meaningful amounts. So go out and get yourself some Bitcoin and put it in self-custody so you can be one of the very, very few that has Bitcoin once the exchanges start to run out, which with things like these $40 million buys and the fact that the ETFs brought more than 100% of the daily Bitcoin supply for more than 3 consecutive days in a row now, I think that we are going to have such a huge supply shock. What we need though is GBTC to stop selling, which will happen eventually, guys. This is the main rock that is holding Bitcoin down as we speak, and I don't think many people are expecting it. Now, we do have a little bit of a problem in the market. We have to remember Mt. Gox's $9 billion overhang, which could spook the market. Now, Mt. Gox coins could become a relevant negative price contributor in the coming weeks, says K33 research analyst. Now, the problem here, right, is the potential return of the $9 billion worth of Mt. Gox era Bitcoin, which could hit the market over the next few weeks. Now, it's not so much that people might be dumping this Bitcoin, it's more the fact that this news may spook the market, which will put a negative price pressure on Bitcoin, according to the K33 research analysts. Now, earlier this week, the reason why people are thinking this is on Reddit, some creditors of the failed Mt. Gox crypto exchange reported seeing updates of their claims, with many interpreting it to mean crypto payments could soon be coming. The updates included how much cryptocurrency and fiat were owed to creditors, as well as completed repayment dates. The new updates could mean crypto creditors might start seeing Bitcoin returned as soon as next month. And like I said, this is a huge amount of Bitcoin, 142,000 Bitcoin and 143,000 Bitcoin Cash. There is also 69 billion yen to be distributed. And guys, it is the simple news of this that could become a problem for the market. And I do want to remind you guys of the little bit of the interesting things that are going on in the market, right? So what we have, Bitcoin exchange liquidation heat map right here. We have $8.1 billion. So at a price of 74,200, in total, $8.1 billion of Bitcoin will be liquidated, meaning the shorts will be liquidated. This will pump Bitcoin's price because it will force buys onto the market. A short squeeze may ensue. When we hit around this region, around the $70,000 region, that's where it starts to ramp up. We got $4 billion sitting there all the way up to $8 billion in just $4,000 of Bitcoin price movement. Now, as we know, Bitcoin's price can move extremely volatile, right? Right here at around the 71.4, which remember is of course our strong level of resistance. That is where there is a huge amount there. We jump from about 4 billion all the way up to 6 billion in just a couple of $100 for price action for Bitcoin. So this is going to be one of the biggest short squeezes we may have seen so far, and I'm very excited about this if we can push up, and Bitcoin's price action looks like it might be doing this. Now, this is what we've been watching closely, right? we can see Bitcoin's price pushing upwards. If we do put on the HG algo, which shows us the bullish and bearish momentum, it has actually just flashed bullish momentum. We can see we got bearish momentum back here, and this is exciting times, right? The HG algo is something that I personally use to facilitate some of my trades, to help me see the market. We can see on the Solana push here on the 30-minute chart, it also flashed bullish momentum right down there at the bottom, which gave us a move of around 17% there. And it's pretty good at finding the bullish and the bearish momentum. It does also actually, in fact, tell us DCA in and DCA out. As you know, I'm a big advocate of DCA, so this algorithm will actually help you do that sort of thing. It's called the HG algo. If you do want to check it out, there is a link down there in the description, and people have been seeing some really good gains using this. There is also a 30-day risk-free trial, so if you sign up using my link, you will get 30 days. You can trial it. If you don't like it, you can actually just get your money back. So it's a pretty sweet deal there. The links are down there in the description. But looking at the price action again for Bitcoin, we can see that since the last couple of days, we came down to retest my region of support between the 59 and the 60. We bounced off it. We have this very strong level of support, this ascending support line that we did lose back here. We even retested it, so that was a confirmation of a bearish move that we got an 11% move from. Now we are bouncing here, and I think the first level of very strong resistance comes here at around the $68,000 to $69,000 region. I'm watching this very closely, but so far what we noticed yesterday was the funding rates were negative. This actually meant the market was more likely to push upwards, which in fact it did. And now I'm here to tell you the funding rates are no longer negative, which is actually less bullish than it was yesterday, but I still believe that we are going to have this push upwards. I think that Bitcoin is going to retest here. I do think we are going to see some problems up in this region, really starting where we are now up to around the $69,000 region. And that is the first phase that I want to push through before I start getting bullish again. As you know, it's my belief that we do make all-time highs again pretty soon, right? With that said, the altcoins will then go pretty crazy. We can see we're having a good altcoin day today, but this is going to keep fluctuating until Bitcoin really decides what it wants to do. So if you want to stay up to date with the market, smash the subscribe, hit the like. Hopefully I've provided some value, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.